Hi and welcome back. In this video we're going to be looking at printing things out to the screen. Obviously not to a printer, just yet at least, but instead to the screen. In order to print something out to the screen, we have to use the print command. This is known as a method. So simply type print and then a pair of opening and closing brackets. In Python, and indeed in many other programming languages, these opening and closing brackets enclose something we want to give to this method. In this case, the content or the data that we want to give to the print method is whatever it is that we want to print. That kind of makes sense. So inside these opening and closing brackets will go whatever we want to print. This can be numbers or it can be strings. If I print the number 5, I simply get 5 back. This is very similar to simply typing 5. However, you must remember that this is an interactive Python environment. Normally, when you are programming and you're making your own application, simply typing the value 5 will not get you the value 5 printed out. This only happens in this interactive Python shell. Normally, if you wanted something to come out to the user and be visible by them, you'd have to use the print command or method. We can also print a string. So remember to use the quotation marks at both sides, and remember that it doesn't matter if you use single or double quotation marks. But notice that there is a slight difference between printing something out and simply typing the string out in this interactive shell. Remember that normally, when you're writing a Python program, simply writing the string will not get you any data back, as I've mentioned before. Only printing will show something to the user. So indeed, when we print, we don't have single quotation marks around the string, whereas when we simply type the string, we do. This is because the Python interactive shell, this IDLE program, when we give it this, it gives us back the value of the string. So what is the string? And the string is hello world with the quotation marks. When we print the string out, what it does is it tells us something, and what it tells us is hello world, but it is not giving us the value of the string. It is simply printing the string out to the screen. So there's a minor difference there that you won't have to worry much about it. So don't worry about it for now, and it'll be okay. The other two methods that we're going to look at in this video are the str and the int method. And these are very easy to understand. Say if we have a variable x which has the value 5, then x contains 5, but of course if we want to say I am 5, remember that we could join up strings together like this, but if we say I am plus x, which we want to say I am 5, really gives us an error, because one of them is a number and the other is a string. So what we can do is treat x as a string. And we do that with this str method. The str converts a number to a string. And then inside the brackets goes whatever it is that we want to convert, so in this case, x. And now it will be able to join both strings together to give us back I am 5. However, do notice that x is still not a string. It was only a string here. X is still a number for all other lines of our program. And similarly, if you have x being equal to 50, then x contains this string 50, as you can see with the double quotation marks. But if we type int x, notice how this does not contain the quotation marks, because indeed x is being treated as a number. So x plus 10 is an error. Int x plus 10 gives us 60, because it treats x temporarily as the number 50 as opposed to the string 50. So this was a very quick intro to these three methods, and in the future we're going to be looking at the format method as well, and then some logic flow keywords as well. So I'll see you in the next video.